What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing some pretty fun cooling system upgrades in a Mustang today. Let me show you, actually. We got ourselves a Mishimoto 82 degree street thermostat, and we have ourselves some silicone radiator hoses. So that's what we're going to be putting on the Mustang today. I have upgraded every cooling system part on this car besides the hoses and the thermostat. It has a SVE high flow aluminum radiator, has a Moroso coolant reservoir, has a Mishimoto high flow cooling fan. So I mean, it's all decked out besides this, and I figure, you know what, today, let's do it. Let's get these parts on the car, so that way, not only is that one thing I can check off my checklist over there, but also, you know, clear up a little bit of space in the garage. So, we're gonna get started. First thing we gotta do is we're gonna put these jack stands under the car because I don't trust this jack all that well. And then I have a bucket over there that we're gonna put under here, and we're gonna try to catch as much coolant as we can, just because of the fact that it's all brand new. I mean, like, let me show you here. It's all pretty much brand new in there. I don't know if you can see it all that well, but it's all pretty much brand new. The metal shavings is a K-Seal additive. I put it in there just to protect it from any head damage because I wasn't sure, you know, there's a lot of reasons I put that in there, but I put K-Seal in there just to be safe side. So that's why you see metal shavings in there. It's not like it's not nothing wrong with the engine, I should say. So, alrighty, let's start jacking up this car. Okay. Just making sure the e-brake was off. Oh, come on. It's just got a little bit more to go. Then I can put the jack stands underneath there and lower this thing down. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got that one there. And now, let's get that one right there. Actually, let me push. Actually, I'll just pull this out of the way so I can really get up underneath this lower control arm so it has a good area to mount, or for it to rest. Alrighty. Now, lower it down. Okay. Now, normally I do keep the jack underneath there, but it's gonna be just completely in our way. So we're just gonna move that out of the way real quick. We might have to run to the store, get a few things. We might not. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that we can just get this. Oh yeah, I bought a pretty decent sized funnel too. But okay. We're gonna start. Where are my gloves? Hopefully, there's a petcock underneath here, so that way we can actually get, you know, just drain everything right out of the radiator, and that would save us a lot of mess and a lot of hassle, I'm hoping. So let's get under here and let's look. Well, nothing on that side. Ah, perfect. We got a petcock over here. Well, first, I have that cracked open. I'm gonna do that. Take the radiator cap off so there's no pressure, allowing it to start to kind of come out here. What? It's just... Really? Hold on. Why is this thing... You guys saw that, right? I hope you guys saw that. It was just poop right out the side right there. Oh boy. You know what? I'm fine with it as long as it's draining. That's all I care about. Very slow drain, but a drain nonetheless. Oh boy, this is gonna take forever. Okay. Okay guys, I'm gonna let this drain. I'm gonna prepare a few more things. I'm gonna run to the parts store and get some new radiator clamps. So we'll hold off on this. Well, we'll let this drain and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're going to let that sit and drain. And we're actually gonna run to Menards real quick to get another bucket so that way we can have one on each side, or one on, one right next to each other so it can drain out a little faster. And then also, we're gonna get a McDonald's coffee just because, sounds good. So, oh, that wouldn't be good. Okay, let's hit the lights and away we go. Oh, excuse me. Wow, looks pretty beautiful tonight. Not gonna lie. Well, package is secured. We got ourselves another bucket. So I am going to hit McDonald's and get a coffee, and then I will see you guys back at home. All right, guys. So we're back. Dan got ourselves another bucket, so we can put this one right there, right next to it. Hold on, let me throw some gloves on real quick. So that way, because even though I've been gone for a while, it's still dripping and the coolant level is pretty low in the bucket. I don't know. Oh, well, it went down in the reservoir all the way, actually. Yeah, it went down in the reservoir all the way. Oh. So that means now... Well, it's... Oh, never mind. I take that back. It's actually kind of full. Yeah, it's kind of full. But we need this to get faster because we got stuff to do. So, okay. The only way I can get to it is from underneath. Just gonna unscrew it. Oh yeah, now it doesn't come shooting out of there, of course, after I go buy a brand new bucket. Of course. Okay. So, in the meantime, while we're waiting on that to finish draining and doing what we're doing, we're actually going to start by taking this upper radiator hose off. I believe... I hope I didn't... Oh, I hope I didn't just spray everything. There's spray stuff everywhere. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Alrighty, so... While that is draining underneath there, we're going to start by taking off this upper radiator hose because it's all on the bottom of the radiator now, or in the lower radiator hose. So we're safe to take this off without making a huge mess. Perfect. Just to be on the safe side, so that way we don't end up, you know, in case there is still stuff in there and it just gets everywhere, just to be safe. I'll grab a pair of these and just take that. Put that on the hose. All right, there we go. Now we don't have to worry about, you know, making a mess, hopefully. Squeeze that, wiggle it a little bit, get it free, and then we just gotta at least get this clamp back far enough. All right, cool, cool. Now, oh, please don't make a mess. Please don't make a mess. Please don't make a mess. Oh, sweet. Didn't make a mess. I still don't trust that though. So now that that's off, we can put this on there. Okay. Whew. Perfect. All right, so, wait, is that still draining? Yeah, it is, okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we need to, let me see here. We might be able to actually avoid having to take this alternator bracket off. We might be able to work around it. I'm trying to think here. Hold on. Okay. All right. So, let me see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it might be a 10 mil. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely 10 millimeter. So we're gonna grab that. Gonna do one of these with one of these. And we're also gonna get a 10 millimeter ratcheting wrench and a normal 10 millimeter wrench. And that should be all we'll need. So, and just get in there and then okay, that's loose enough now to where I can get my ratcheting wrench on there and just oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I don't want to back that off too much because I don't want the chance of my wrench getting stuck in between the bracket and the bolt, because then I have to take it off, and I'm trying to avoid that. But let's break this one loose. Oh, this ain't good. It's not coming loose. It is just flexing. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Yeah, you see this? I'm pushing on it. I really don't want to... I don't want to break this, and if I break this, I'm gonna be beyond pissed. And try tightening it a little bit. Oh, this is gonna break, I know it. I don't know what. Why? Why is it that that one just came out like it was nothing? And this one's just being a pain in the ass to get to. Or to even not get to get off. I'm just gonna keep kind of working with it. We're getting somewhere at least. Okay, so it's slowly coming out. So hold on, I'm gonna pause the video real quick, get this out. I'll see you guys in a second. Oh, I called it. I 100% called it. I was afraid this was gonna happen, and sure enough, it happened. So I had to remove the alternator bracket, which was no big deal. You know, it was just 4 10mm bolts and then it slid right out. So this is what a thermostat bolt, the housing bolt, should look like. And this is what came out. I'm pissed. So I don't know how on earth I'm going to fish that big of a bolt out, because, you know, that's in the actual head of the engine. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Lower manifold. But still, that is in there, and I have no clue how the hell I'm gonna get that out of there. So I might be able to get a left-handed drill bit, soak it, get a left-handed drill bit in there, and, you know, extract it that way. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, in all honesty. I didn't plan for this. I should have, but I didn't. But, oh, you know, cars. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. I'll figure that out when the time comes. Let's, hold on. Set that there and grab a rag. There we go. And now there's nothing wrong with this thermostat or these radiator hoses. These are actually still in pretty good condition. I just wanted something that opened and closed, you know, that opened up a little earlier, just because of the fact that at idle this thing would run hot. Now when I'm driving it's perfectly fine, just at idle it would run hot. And so I figured, you know what, might as well just go all out and upgrade, especially since I have a sponsorship with Mishimoto. I get everything at an amazing discount, so it is worth it. It is worth it. Ew. But while we have all this apart, I'm gonna look. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna look down in here and just, you know, look at everything. I'm also gonna grab. We'll just slide this over. Now we have a little stepping stool to kind of look at things here. All right, so I think this is just about all done draining out. I think should be just about all done draining out. So what I'm gonna do is grab my left-handed drill bit, grab my drill, and also look up a few things online as to what they would recommend to getting that long bolt out, because seriously, I mean, you know, this is what was supposed to come out of there, and this is what did. Oh, excuse me. I tried being super, super gentle with it and just slowly creaking it like that, and oh man, just didn't work. So I'm gonna look up a few things, figure out what I can do to get that out of there, because if I can't get that out of there, then here she sits on jack stands for God knows how long. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay. After doing some research, this video just took a huge turn for the worst, so to say. So, you know, let's put these two bolts right here side by side just for a second, just so you can look and see how much is stuck in there right now. But it's in there deep enough to where I don't think I'll be able to get enough you know, like a left-handed drill bit down in there enough to actually get it out. So what am I gonna have to do now? Tear apart the whole top end of this motor. That's just my luck. This just got really expensive really quickly. And the reason it got expensive is because if I'm going to take all this apart, why would I put stock back in? That's just boring. So now that just gives me an excuse to get my cold air intake sooner, my throttle body that I want, all this stuff. It just gives me an excuse. Am I upset about it? Yeah, I really didn't want to do all this right away, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, but in the meantime, in order for me to actually start tearing apart this whole top end of the motor, I gotta get underneath here and one, wipe up all this coolant here. But also, I gotta get this lower radiator hose off and then put the Mishimoto one on there. Because the top one I'm not gonna worry about. I might as well just take this off and take this whole thing off. So that way it's out of my way when I tear apart the top end of this motor. Because it's just gonna be in my way. But I wanna at least get this bottom one out of the way. So that way I don't have to worry about it. I can just, you know, take it off, take the old one off, put the new one on, and then be boom, good to go. So, give me a second here. I'm gonna clean all this up underneath, and then I will see you guys in a second underneath the car. Okay, so thankfully this hose is like really short and actually kind of, hold on, I'm stuck. Really short and really easy to get to. You have one clamp right here on the side, and then you have a T connection right there, and then the clamp's just right there. So this is gonna be easy. Just I'll pop this side off first. I will put the bucket underneath here, let anything else drain down, and then it does tee off into the bottom of the reservoir right there, and that's also super easy to get to from my angle right here. So I will pause this, let me go do this real quick, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so I just want to say really quickly, before I put this, you know, nice fancy new hose on, let me get it to focus. You know, before I put this nice new fancy hose on, I want to get that K-seal out of the system, out of this coolant system completely. So before I do that, I'm going to take this reservoir off because there's K-seal sitting. Let me grab my light. It's all on the bottom there, and probably all up, yeah, a little bit right there. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna run water through this and clean it out, and then I'm actually gonna take water and run it through here. Once I lower the car, I'm gonna lower the car down, run it through completely, and because I want to get all the K-seal out of this system. Same with the radiator. I want to get all of it out so that way it's nice, it's fresh, it's clean. So I'm gonna do that real quick, but first let's take this thing off. First though, we have to get this little hose off. So, let's get this hose off real quick. All right, we got those 3 bolts out, and now we should be able just to lift. Oh yeah, there we go. Got it right out. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see all that well. Yeah, no, there's no way you guys can see in there. Hold on. Ugh. That is awful. Yeah, that's gotta go. That has definitely gotta go. We're gonna take this, actually. All right, now that we clean this all up, it is a lot better inside there. I know you can't see it, but it is a lot better in there. So now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna let this sit and dry for a minute, and we are gonna get this upper hose off, and we're gonna start to put the bottom one back on, but not all the way, because I still wanna run water through the radiator a little bit and through the actual, I won't run it through the actual block itself. I'll just do the radiator because I want everything to really clean out. I want to get as much of this out of there as I can, And I don't know if the radiator is real dirty inside or what. This is a new radiator and it's barely been ran, but I still just want to make sure because I want this done right and I want this done the first time so I don't have to worry about it again. Okay, so let's also start by getting this hose off. There we go. This hose was always a major pain because the wiring harness, oh, that just got everywhere. Cool. Because the wiring harness for the fan was always right there in the way. But, oh, come on. I just got coolant all over my creeper. I am just not having good luck when it comes to this car sometimes. I'm really not. I like to think that I do have good luck with it, but in all honesty, I really don't. This thing hates me. This thing just really hates me sometimes. Now, when it runs, and it runs fine, oh, it's a total dream. And I love driving this car. But when something's wrong with it, or if I'm working on it, then it's just one thing after another, and I can never, ever seem to get a break. But then again, I guess that's how all cars are, you know. Okay, so I thought about it, and I'm not going to bother with draining out the radiator or anything just yet, because there's going to be some more cooling stuff that I'm going to be doing in a future video. And I'll probably be putting in different coolant and whatnot anyways. So I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm just going to leave it how it is. And right now I'm going to, because that's dry now. I let that sit and that's should be completely dry now. Now I don't have any coolant, so we're going to have to wait till next video. Well, besides I can't fill it up anyways. I got to somehow figure out how to get this bolt off, either by taking the manifold and everything off or by getting a left-hand drill bit and trying to see if that'll come out. So I'm going to try to do that. I reached out to a few people and they said that they might have some tools that can help me. So I'm going to give that a shot. I'm hoping that that works. Hoping that I don't have to, you know, go through the hassle of retapping it or anything like that. I hope I can just, I hope I can either get it out with the left-hand drill bit or just take the manifold and all that off and then extract the rest of the bolt out from there. Now, if I have to do that, then the Mustang will be apart for a while, because there's no point in me taking all this apart and then putting it all back stock. So I'm going to be getting this a lot sooner than what I wanted it to be. If it comes to this, it's going to be a lot sooner than what I wanted it to be, but I'll be putting on a more free-flowing intake manifold, a giant throttle body, and then a cold air intake to top it all off, oil catch can, stuff like that. There's going to be a lot if that's what it comes to. If not, then that might not happen until later down the line. But if worse comes to worse, and that's what has to happen, then that's what will happen. Which, you know, I'm not complaining. It just means my car is going to be faster. And then I'm also going to get the tune updated and whatnot so it doesn't run bad or run rough or anything like that with the new air intake parts, if that's what it comes to. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath here because it's a really bad camera angle, and so that's why I don't record me putting the new hose back on. This is the new hose, by the way. It's a really bad angle for me to record, and I honestly don't think that, you know, it'd be all that good for footage, because you see me underneath there and you wouldn't really see much of anything. So I'm just going to throw that on real quick, and then I will put the coolant reservoir back on, and then we're going to call it a wrap for right now. In the next video, I will, you know, let you guys know what I'm doing, whether it's extracting the screw with a tool that one of my friends has or tearing apart the top end. So I'll see you guys in just a second. I'm going to go underneath this thing real quick, put the new lower radiator hose on, put this shield back on. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so we have the car lowered down now, and our lower radiator hose is back on. Now, I thought about it for a second. I'm not actually going to put the reservoir back on just yet, just because it's easier to work around. It's easier to get to because, you know, this thing sits upward pretty good. And so if that's right there, you know, you got, yeah, just one more thing to lean over and one more thing kind of in your way. So I'm actually not going to put that on just yet. That will be for, you know, a later date once we figure out what exactly we're doing. But yeah, we have the new hose. We have the new lower radiator hose in. Everything is in down below. We don't need to do anything else. Petcock is closed. The hose clamps, both of them are on. They're on, you know, nice and good. I am going to take water and spray down underneath there and clean everything off, because there is some power steering leak, and that's from a different issue. And we're going to clean off the coolant. We're going to make sure everything's nice and clean down there. So that way, you know, just in case if I got any coolant on the belt, we don't ruin the belt. Although I do need a new one. And just going to make sure everything's clean, make sure everything's good down there. In the next video, we're either going to be somehow getting that screw bit out, or we're going to be tearing apart this whole top section here of the motor, which is going to be very expensive, but it'll be good. Mustang will be, you know, better than ever. So I guess you gotta look at the positives on both, you know, on both sides of this. But that's gonna be all for tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry if this video was a little boring or short. I did not expect it to turn out like how I did. I was expecting to be able to put the new hoses on, the new thermostat, drive this thing tonight, let you guys kind of experience what it's like to be behind this thing, because even though it's only a 2-valve 4.6 liter, this thing has a lot of power to it. And I was hoping you guys would be able to experience that tonight, but I guess not. So, yeah, oh well. What can you do? Shit happens. But that's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, and help me grow this channel into something truly amazing. And as always, till next time, bye.